Hi everybody, today I'm going to talk about the 5 things I wouldn't be without if I was to start doing this again. So at number 5, quite a basic one, a little bit of a boring one but easily overlooked, is an ATO or automatic top off. And I haven't even really got anything to show you for this. It's a little motor that's in a cabinet down there in a water container that pumps RO water in, has an optical sensor in the tank, and when the water level drops due to evaporation, it will top up more RO, not salt water, to maintain your salinity. You definitely don't want to be trying to run a tank without that. I did try that with my Fluval Evo when I first started, and it was a nightmare. It was a lot of work to try and keep on top of that. So number 5, ATO. Number 4, if we go over this way a little bit, we have the Hanna testers. So I have the 3 main reliable ones here, easy ones, they're all reliable. The alkalinity, the phosphate, not the phosphorus, that one's a little bit more complex, but the phosphate, nice and easy, and the nitrate. And I've got the little Reef Dork printed holder, quite handy. I do actually use the Saltwater calcium and magnesium testers as well, just because they're a real faff to use the Hanna calcium and magnesium testers. So number 4 were the Hanna testers. Number 5 is another one. I could have had a bucket here to show you, but it's salt. It's a bit boring to look at. That's the NIOS salt. I've tried a lot of different salts. I have had the Tropic Marin Pro Reef, the Red Sea Blue Bucket and the Red Sea Black Bucket. The Black Bucket was a little bit too high in calcium and magnesium for me. Everything was off of the range. The Blue Bucket, I had real issues with high nickel and other metals, and I know quite a few people have had that, so I dropped the Blue Bucket. And the Tropic Marin Pro Reef, a freshly mixed batch, was measuring in at 0.04 phosphate. So I didn't want to start off with adding phosphate in, because that's normally what you're doing a water change for. So the NIOS salt I found absolutely fantastic, mixes up really easily, and I've been running this tank on NIOS salt for quite some time now. Number 2 on my list, and this one we might be able to see if this will pan down when I crouch down, and there we go. I don't know if you can even see that in there, but in here I'll cut to some footage of it now. I've got the Red Sea. It's only a Rollermat 250 because it's not a huge tank, but this is an absolute game changer. It pulls out so much crap you wouldn't believe. And it's a lot easier than constantly changing filter socks. So before we go to number 1 on my list, I do have some honourable mentions. So one of the honourable mentions is a UV steriliser. This is a D&D 48 watt UV steriliser, and I just have a small pump connected to this, so it pulls water in, circulates it through, comes out the top, and then back into the sump over where the return goes up into the top tank. And this is great for water clarity, or if you reduce the flow through the UV, you can use it for parasite control as well. And of course, a skimmer. This would probably be in the top 5, but I felt the top 5 that I've got are a little bit more important, so this would probably be number 6. And the other thing is a doser. So as your tank matures, you don't want to be manually dosing things all the time, so having an automatic doser is really good. So what is the number 1 most important thing I wouldn't want to be without if I started again? And that would be a network of great reefing friends. So things like Reef AF, the Reefers network, and the 2 regulars on the show, on the live streams, Matt and Harry. I wouldn't be without any of those guys. They're absolutely fantastic. And just to have not only that kind of social side of it, but to have people to ask advice, It's great watching videos like this. You can pick things up off of them, but it's even better if you can have that interaction and just chats and yeah, going on reef meets and things with people. That's brilliant. So hopefully you've found this video interesting. If you have, please hit that like button. If you're not already, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in another video really soon.